Today, we're making our version of Dr. Fuhrman's famous anti-cancer soup. This soup makes a bunch, like 2 gallons worth. It's a lot of work, but oh my goodness, you're going to have some yummy soup that is fabulous for your body. Directions for making this soup on the stovetop are found in a PDF of this recipe. You can sign up for that PDF at thewateringmouth.com/cheat sheets, where you'll get all the directions and tips and all the information about how to make the soup. We're going to start by rinsing a 1/2 cup of dried split peas. We're using green ones. You can use yellow. You can use whatever variety of peas that you'd like. And a 1/2 cup of red beans. Again, use whatever kind of bean you would like. They're all going to get pureed, so you're not even going to see them. We're putting these into the electric pressure cooker with 4 cups of water. Dr. Fuhrman's recipe calls for celery and carrot juice. Now, don't be tempted to just take water and throw carrots or celery in your Vitamix and blend them up. It's not going to be the same thing. The juice is powerhouse of nutrient. So you're going to have a bunch of nutrients compared to, say, veggie broth. So that's why he uses carrot juice and celery juice as a base for a lot of his soups. We're going to make carrot juice from 5 pounds of carrots. This yields about 7 or 8 cups of carrot juice. And we'll do celery juice from 2 medium bunches of celery. So we're going to make these juices, but if you don't have access to a juicer, you may be able to borrow one from someone who might have it, or you may be able to purchase juice from a local health food store or a juice bar. It is well worth doing so for this recipe. Juicing is a bit of an arm workout, so bonus, you get a little physical exercise. Next, we'll take the juice and in the Vitamix, we'll blend 3 leeks that we've cleaned well. Remember, sand gets in these leeks, so we pull the pieces apart to make sure there's no dirt inside. And we also take 3 onions that we have coarsely chopped, and we'll put these in the Vitamix. This step is important because Dr. Fuhrman says this cutting action of the blades helps to release the isothiocyanates and organosulfur compounds, which have powerful immunity boosting effects and anti-cancer activity. So it's worth doing this step. We're also going to do that same process with the greens and the juice. We have 2 big bunches of greens, one of collards and one of kale. You can use whatever greens you would like. This method does make a totally creamy soup, what we're doing today. But if you want some texture, you could leave half of the greens out and cut them into slivers or chop them and add them towards the end after everything is blended so you have some texture to your soup. That's totally up to you. The split peas and beans are finished now, so we add a cup of dried mushrooms that we've rehydrated in water. You could use 8 ounces of fresh sliced mushrooms instead of the dried ones if you prefer. We're also going to just cut 4 medium zucchini into pieces and put this in the pot. Now, the froth from cooking the beans made a mess of the pressure cooker lid, so I took it apart and cleaned it well. Did you know that you can do this with your Instant Pot? It's a cool little trick to make sure everything is nice and clean. When the zucchini are cooked, these also get blended with the already pureed mixture. To this mixture, in one of the batches, because we've got to batch this because it makes a lot, one of the batches we're going to add a 1/2 cup of raw cashews and a 1/2 cup of hemp hearts. This adds creaminess to the recipe. We'll also add 3 tablespoons of veggie zest. Dr. Fuhrman sells this on his site, or you can use another salt-free seasoning if you prefer. A teaspoon of Trader Joe's 21 Salute seasoning, and no salt seasoning goes in here, or you could use a Mrs. Dash or something else. 3 tablespoons of non-fortified nutritional yeast go in here also.
No salt seasonings, veggie zest. Dr. Fuhrman sells this on his website. You'll find a link below and in the cheat sheets. This is basically ground vegetables and a few spices. has a little bit of soy flour in it to help it not stick together. Kirkland's organic, no salt seasoning. This is available at Costco. Same thing. Vegetables, spices put together, no sodium. Trader Joe's 21 seasoning salute. Same thing. Onion being first ingredient in this. Spices, veggies, ground up, dried. Mrs. Dash Original, this one has a little heat, so be careful not to overdo this one. Mrs. Dash has tons of varieties. Find a no sodium flavoring that you enjoy and use it liberally in Eat to Live.
Now we're just going to blend all this up and make it nice and creamy. As I said, this makes 2 big batches of soup. After you've blended it all, you can put it back on the stove to finish cooking so that the greens are cooked a little more, or you can just freeze everything at this point because you're going to heat it up anyway in the future. So here is our beautiful soup. We put a little bit of sriracha on top. It's a beautiful green soup. Remember, this freezes beautifully. Again, be sure you get your PDF of the recipe with all the tips and tricks and information that I said in this video by going to thewateringmouth.com/cheat sheets and getting access to the cheat sheet. You can also get any of the past cheat sheets there too. Until next time, I'm Coach Nancy. Be well.
Do you have a start-stop relationship with Eat to Live? You get going and then something stops you. You either stop yourself or you let a circumstance stop you. Let's find out what's really going on. What's behind that start and stop cycle? I'm a private coach for the Eat to Live lifestyle. Let's get on a call together, a free call, and see what we can do about digging into what's going on. Start by going to thewateringmouth.com/coachwithnancy and sign up to have a free call with me. I look forward to chatting with you and helping you get to your goals.